Arakira kama o katizikira katatra kama tutur katazakir katatra katara kama tu kosukotori. It is part of the human condition to be born, to age, and to be done in this particular incarnation. That is the agreement. However, that said, the decline of the human body is not a necessary thing. When the human body is done, there will be an exiting of the human body. The human body does not need to deteriorate. However, there is much in your world that tells you otherwise. And it is a with an understanding of decline and an expectation of decline that creates the decline. Granted, the human body is going to age, that exposure to sun and light and oxidation and all those kinds of things, there is bound to be some effect because it is a physical mechanism that just houses the spirit. However, the constant barrage of ageism that is in this country is what creates the debilitation. The debilitation is not a necessity. The debilitation is created by the individual because of their beliefs. You can live very vitally until you die. It is not intended to be otherwise. But tell that to Big Pharma. They threw in an LOL. I didn't dare to say it. They said it. They were going to say said LOL in my head. Oh my God. Yeah. They utilize the things that are familiar to those who will listen. This one finds it a bit disconcerting at times, but wouldn't we speak in a language that you would understand, just as we did when we spoke to Moses? We spoke with words that were familiar and understandable to him. You get what we are meaning when we say about the pharmacy, because there are great driving forces within your physical reality that benefit greatly from the debilitation and decline of the human body. There have been many, many knowings brought through to facilitate the life expectancy and quality of life for the human. And those things have been very quickly hidden and taken away. That ability is becoming less and less because of the communication ability of the planet now. There, as you are seeing on your news and you are seeing on your YouTube videos and such, there are great amounts of acknowledgement and understanding now of both sides of the coin of the intergalactic nature of this planet. There has always been this ability from the beginning, but those kinds of knowings have been utilized by the human who agreed to free will and duality. They take the knowings, and up to this point, it has not been facilitated to come forth. It has been utilized by very few. We do not speak this to ignite any kind of conspiracy theories in your brain, but that is the fodder of which that would come. And that is just a reality of your planet, and it is just an okay thing for you to be aware of, because to get back to your question, with all that Kelly has experienced and all that she knows, she is refusing to step out of the timeline that holds her physical pain. It is just that she hasn't got there yet. Her body has the aches and pains of her physical condition that was created as a mechanism to gain her attention along her journey. And that is all fine and good, and there's nothing, but now she doesn't need it any longer. But it will be the great unveiling when she finally steps into the present moment and leaves behind for good the physical issues. Just another tripping stone on the path is all that it is. Not to be judged, to be allowed, and the day will come when it will be easy. So you continue to learn along your path, and you continue to listen and know and absorb the knowings, and then you will be able to step forward into any timeline with any creation that you choose. Perfect health, wonderful abundance, beautiful love and relationships, all of it. It's all there, dear ones. It's all there. But for you to line up, and let go of the momentum of all the beliefs that you have accumulated up to this present moment. You have to release them, thank them and release them. And then wait for the security and the strength of conviction of your current understandings and knowledge, and you will see the remarkable things that will happen. We look forward to that time. We enjoy watching you all as you figure out your power. It is the journey. It is why you came. You came to forget and to see if in this one incarnation you could remember your way back to the greatness that is you, to the all that is you, to the God that is you. That is the path you are on. And it is up to you to navigate it in whatever way you can.
So we've noticed Kelly's energy has changed. Are we speaking to somebody new?
It is challenging for her to identify back and forth, but she enjoys it, and so do we. So let us see if we can bring through clarity for her in this moment. We would say to you all that the experience on the inside is a far more dramatic experience than what shows on the outside. We bring this knowing through for those of you who will, in time, begin this journey of communication and will realize that this dissemination is she searches for the word, strong part is the best she's coming up with of the journey. It is a significant part of the journey. So she asks us again to identify the energy that is coming now. And we would say this: there are great currents of energy. This energy is Pleiadian, and it would not be productive to try to reach for a name in this moment. It is enough to identify it as Pleiadian. That in itself is overwhelming for her. There are many of us who come into your gatherings, as you now hear in the voice is a bit different than just before, can you not?
Yes.
We are a council of many, and we chime in throughout your gatherings as we facilitate you on your path of awakening with the collective understanding that we are a race of highly intelligent, very advanced technologically beings, and we are both physical and non-physical. And we bring through much comfort into the evolution of the individual, as we know that as these knowings come through, there is much that can be overwhelming and frightening even to people. So we applaud you as you listen and you hear the differences. And we give Kelly a cosmic hug, so to speak, in the energy as it comes through her body. In her ability to disseminate, we would say, and identify the varying energies, knowing there are many other than the Pleiadian energy. We show her the representation in her mind that she has had for some time and did not realize that it was a vision of a reality. She thought it was only a representation to make her think about things at a bit of a different, from a different direction. But we have shown her the large table and the many different beings who surround that table, many from our planet and many, many other planets, as well as different species that dwell upon your planet, but have the ability to move interdimensionally so as to not be discovered or observed. This is nothing to have fear around, dear ones, as we are giving you all the tools. Yes, there is a shift. You do feel it. We give you the tools that you need. We give you discernment and understanding of the emotional communication between all of us who are interacting with your planet from the perspective of love and light. And you all.
Thank you very much. Is there any specific message that you'd like to give us at this time?
We interact with her energy field at this time, giving her a vast perception, wetting her toe as the next level becomes available. There is an unfolding that is happening between Kelly and the energies that she is allowing. It is not that it is a conscious decision. It is the allowing to meet the intention of the highest good in any moment. It is the free will that creates a protective filter, so to speak, between each individual human and the amount of energy that they can entertain at any given time. We would use the example of perhaps utilizing a bigger dish or receiver that has more capacity. That is what has been downloaded in this moment as she expanded her awareness and said yes to her highest good. Yar komoko oriki tara kia zakatara omoko okotara kia zakatara komatati zakatara kima kata okomaka atri kia zakatara kamaka ata arakamoko okotati kika asakara kia zakatara kata azi katara katara komo omoko orozike de katatara mokoto ozakatara kina datara katototo azi katara komotoro komata arikia rakazikatara komo ono katara kia mananyana Azi katarkia tatatarakia como no ono katatira katarakata. Zikiara katatar como okoto okoto kiata tikata kotiara katatar como toto zikiara katotiana ndat kiara katoto kata. Rikiata rikiata takia no koto tikia meana katatikara katiara katoto kiata rikia zakatara katiata katoto kia. Azia kuta. Ati kata oko te ki kata kota akatete koto okatati katato okota amatati. Azika tatara kata okoto oko oto tariki azakata atata arki tatato oka atarkuta azak atato koto tarkika atata arki tatarkamata atata katira katatara koso okoto ski katataraki atatata. Oh, ground your energy, guys. Just send your energy down. Send it into Mother Earth. Taraki katata tikera koto katara kamata tikara koto katata tikata patotos katata atata tikata ototo nakatata. Asiata koto mantiana katika tsa koto komatiera katika tarakadiana toto simeana katika tikatira tikatira zikatira koto tikatira Say yes for your highest good. Oh, I think we just got a download, guys. Oh, no. Do you
Wowzers.
guys feel anything when that shit happens? Do you feel any
Oh, yeah.
physical? Huh?
I get floaty. Like a lot of times when we do these talks, I just get so floaty. I don't even know what to ask because I'm just like, oh, I just feel floaty.
I don't know what that was, but that was.
So the reason I asked is because you mentioned the yawning a few times ago. And it was really obvious the last time you were doing the yawning, but this time you all of a sudden, after a question, you just started yawning, and you were a little bit different. So that's why I asked. And then you had to hold your hands like this the whole time. You weren't able to move. You the minute you said Pleiadians, you were just like so focused. Your hands were like this the whole time until you did your light language. So
Oh,
it was obvious. Yeah.
wow.
That one drain you?
Hmm. Yeah. Not drained. It isn't quite drained. It's like just knowing it's
Exercise.
enough.
Mhm.
It's yeah, but it's like my tank is full.
Yeah,
I was
Oh,
just holding you all down.